everyone, it's Rambling Hour with Lisa, season 16, episode 4. So guess what Friday was, or today, really? 4 years that I've been doing this Rambling Hour. 4 years that you guys have been listening to me and putting up with me. I have a microphone. This is the one that Steve bought me. It has the green light on. So is this working? Is this picking me up better? I need someone to be watching to tell me if this is working. I'm going to clip it on me, assuming it's working. And if not, the microphone on the phone will pick it up unless you're not hearing me at all. So let me clip this on. I was going to test it on a video before I started, but I didn't have a chance. So, and I want to make sure my hair is not over the microphone because we know that makes it static or whatever, you know. So where shall I stick this? Okay, well, I don't know how good of a microphone it is to know how low it should be or how, but it does have a, it keeps flopping over. So it's kind of heavy. Let me put it here then and it'll flop maybe into the middle. I don't know if my microphone's working, but I was just testing. It's a new microphone. Erica's just getting home, so Samantha's just bringing her in. Samantha, would you like to pop in and say hi or not? Oh, okay. Yeah, but you guys may need to go in a different room to see if it's picking up. No, is it like, no, I know our microphone is working, but if I do this, is it louder? Sounds good enough. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Thank you, Eric. I'm just going to light my candle with my nice big match. Lena. Okay, good girl, Lena. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Take that basin on the side there. It goes in the washing up bowl. Yeah, it is. Yes, can you leave me alone now? Thanks. Love you. I need to put some lighter fluid in my match because it didn't work and I didn't know if it would. I bought it from Canada, but I bought it because the last one that I had like that stopped working and I think it looks really cool, but it's not cool if it doesn't work. So I have a few things on my display today. This is lit up. I'll turn down the light so you can see. But this one doesn't, he is hollow. And no, he's not hollow underneath, but he's hollow in the inside. So I don't know how I could maybe like stick some lights through him, through his eyeball or something. Or I could do that thing where you, oh, a piece of him just fell out. Anyways, he is hollow for light, but this one has green eyes and it has a candle behind it. This one is orange, as you can see. And this one has white light in it. So, love you too, babe. I'm going to turn down the light and so you can see. Well, there's other lights in this room right now too, so it's hard to tell. I'll show you in a minute. Your witch's hat's on the end there. Let me move my stuff out of the way. I know. Because your kids are in the car. No, they're at home. Oh, they're at home. Oh, yeah, because Tyla can watch them because she's old enough. I was going to say they're not alone. I have a guy behind me. And when he worked, his face would come down like this. Oh. It doesn't really work anymore. Everybody remembers Samantha? If not, this is Samantha. Yeah, but I was just thinking about you, actually, because I saw these pictures of you. You went out today with some friends. Yeah. You know, I was just wondering, why is it that you're allowed to have other friends, but I'm only allowed to have you?
Just the way the world works.
Oh, I was just checking. Oh, that's just Sasha knocking into stuff.
Just the way the world works. It's they're all the girlfriends.
Sasha!
Lena, somebody come and love me. There we go.
Okay. Dog's interrupting. So, how was your birthday, Samantha? You're 47 now? There's nothing wrong with being that age. I'm going to be 46.
I didn't do anything for my birthday. I went out for a meal with my lovely friend.
Yeah, but that was even after your birthday.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I wasn't very happy on my birthday. I literally just sat. Oh, Spencer had a pediatric appointment.
Oh yeah, you said that. Yes, just like my husband has a dentist appointment on my birthday, which I'm the one who booked it, so I can't say anything. I don't mind.
I have a dentist tomorrow. Me and the children all have dentist tomorrow.
I went for mine last week, so.
And then Spencer has speech and language tomorrow as well.
Exciting stuff being a parent, having appointments. Oh, I guess now seeing myself against a pale English lady, because I was thinking I need to stop using my bronzer powder because my tan is fading, but looks like I still have a bit of a tan.
Everybody has a tan next.
Yeah, but there's no sun here, so it's going to go away. My Canadian tan.
That's why I'm figuring out if I moved abroad, where would I move to? Because if I went to Australia, it would be too hot. If I went to Ireland, I'd fit in because I'm natural ginger. And it rains. And it's
but is moving to Ireland really moving far? Like it's not moving abroad.
But have you met the Irish and the accents? Oof. I love it. Scotland, it'd be way too rainy for me. I don't like being cold and I don't like being wet. But I also don't like the sun. So I'm not really made for the earth, to be fair.
Yeah, I've moved back to Canada. Hot summers, cold winters, but you still get lots of sun in the winter.
That's what I'd like.
And yeah, I like it. I like different seasons. I don't like it to be the same, whether it's rainy or just sunny. Like I love the sun. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the sun, and I love my sunshiny days. But I would be bored if it was hot and sunny every day of the year.
Okay, so the Bahamas is a no for you.
Yeah, so I would no. There's nowhere that I want to live permanently, really. But I would go to places for holidays. Like I wouldn't even want to move to Spain permanently.
Well, if I went to Australia, no, I was looking because I was awake a lot last night. I really struggled to sleep, so I was looking and I was like, oh, I could get a visa easily, and I could get a sponsorship. Me and the family to go over to Australia because of me being a psychotherapist. They're crying out for us. So I'd like to maybe move there. But then I was like, oh, but the weather is so hot.
No, it's not always hot. It goes milder. Like right now they're going into, right now they're going into spring actually.
Yeah, but I've been a few times and...
Oh, you've been to Australia?
Yeah, we've got family there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So,
I have a friend there, but...
I'm here.
Oh yeah, I know someone there. I know a few people there, but...
Yeah. So I was like, if I went over, because I could get a sponsorship to go to Perth, and I've got family just outside of Perth, and there's a sponsorship in Adelaide, I want to say. I think that was the other one. Yeah, I could go over, but it's just so hot. I'm a ginger, and I'm pale, as you said. So, no.
No, to Australia.
Even though I really do like it. So I think it might be Ireland.
I don't know. I just think of moving. I never even wanted, no, I like it here and I like being with Steve and the kids, but,
and me.
And you, obviously, but I never planned on moving, so I don't plan on moving again.
Yeah, the good thing about you moving is you've got all these boxes. These big boxes.
Oh, the bins.
You can just put everything in.
Maybe, they're already full, so I gotta start de-hoarding.
Can help you with that.
Like, I just,
anything.
What was it? 9 boxes of, 9 bins of Halloween and autumn decorations.
I've got none.
9. Yeah, but it's because I put really big things he wasn't, but if I can fit big things like this in them, it just makes it easier. But he doesn't have a name. He's like, the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, no, doesn't that go up? Or is that half? No, it is half.
It is half, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's broken. He's a broken man. He still talks. He just... Let's see where his switch is.
Getting in my way.
Sorry, let me just...
Ow!
Where's his switch?
That's the closest anyone's got to me for a while.
Well, I know he...
I don't know, but it's got something on his hand.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I want to show you something. If you do this,
Oh God, no! I was not expecting that. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Oh, at least his mouth still moves. He says something else. To try him again. I'll just keep his arm down.
Sure, it's on his arm.
Oh, right.
Hey, who goes there? Do you think your Halloween costume is really scary? I bet mine is even scarier. Here, let me show you.
Well, him and I can work together.
What are you looking at?
Like a drum show. Is it called ventriloquism?
Yep. At least his...
Can you do ventriloquism?
No. I can talk, but I can't shut my mouth.
I don't think I can do it. I'll try.
No, I can't. I can do this.
Hello.
Because I like to chew on my lips, so.
Hi.
Hi there.
How are you?
Look at me. No, I can't do it.
No,
but I can talk.
I think I'd have to wear a scarf.
Huh?
I'd have to wear a scarf so you don't
A
see
scarf so you don't see your Adam's apple movie.
Right, I'm going to go.
All right. I love you. Let's do a screen so I can take a screenshot. The camera's there. Okay. All right. Love you. Thanks for showing up and bringing my daughter home.
Yes, I'm going to go home. I'm going to have a bath.
All right. Enjoy.
Sleep until tomorrow.
Sleep until tomorrow. I know. I'm looking forward to going to sleep after I'm done this.
Pouring down the rain.
Again? Yeah. Okay. Gee, England and rain. Who would have thought?
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Okay, so let's get on with things. I was going to show you guys, like I said, there's lights going on here, so let me just either close this door or shut off the light. And then I'll show you the things lit up here, and then I will talk about things. So next Sunday, we're going to do crafts, Halloween crafts. The Sunday after that, we're going to do food and that kind of stuff from the kitchen. And then the Sunday after that, it'll be my Halloween special. And somewhere in there on one of the days, probably maybe even one of the Sundays, I'll do the kids' stories, the kids' Halloween stories that I'll read. So I'm going to turn this light down and I'll show you guys how. I have a grow light still over there on one of my plants, so that's why it's not totally dark in here. So like I said, this guy has a candle in him because I lit it, but he has green eyes. Let me shut off the grow light. It's going to bug me. All right. We'll be in the complete darkness, but we'll be together, so it won't be as scary. Oh, spooky. Ooh, look at the witch's hat, the like shadow of the witch's hat. So this bat candle holder has green eyes, as you can see. That's cool. And then, like I said, the tree has orange lights. I saw somebody else that had a tree like that with purple light, so I didn't know what color it was when I bought it, but I just put batteries in it today. And then this, it looks orange, but it's a white light in it, but it's just a light up thing, so it's not actually candle. So safe that way. And I showed you guys the skeleton already. And let me turn on the light so we can... How much light do you want me to have? We're not doing any... Well, speaking of scary stories, okay, so I was going over... I was listening to the last two rambling hours when I was telling you guys spooky stories, and I saw that I missed out on a few things, so I want to tell you guys some things that I missed out on. So let me just look at my list. Oh, I broke my glasses yesterday when the lenses came out. My glasses are only like, they only cost a few pounds. From, you know, the ones you get at like a pharmacy or at a cheap dollar store pound shop like type thing, like where they're like the reading glasses that you can get in certain measurements. So these are my ones that I bought before we went to Canada or in Canada, like my backup ones. So I mean, this is what they look like if I put them on my eyeballs. But I'll have them down like this because if I look through them too far away, then you're out of focus. So, but on here, okay, so, oh, the creepy doll I had in the hospital. I was going to grab that. So if Erica comes back in or anything, I'll go and get my creepy doll. Or else maybe I'll have it in maybe I'll have it in one of these Halloween specials. So it's on my list. But the creepy doll that I had in the hospital, I was going to have it on here. A room in the basement. So when I lived with my sister Melody in the 100-year-old house, I said that there was nothing spooky about that house, but there was, in the basement, it was all open, like where the furnace was, and we had the washing machine and dryer down there and everything, and a chest, freezer, whatever. It was all open, except there was this one little room, and it looked like it might have been a bedroom at some point or something. I used it as my art room, and it was just it had a feeling, not like it was just a creepy little room down there. So I don't know what that room was used for in the past, but it was a bit creepy and it was a bit finished, but very old fashioned finished. So sorry, the washing machine's just finishing. It's singing you a song. So I want to say about that. And then in the 100-year-old house that I felt really good in, the one that, like I felt like it was an old farmhouse and there was an old couple there. In the basement where we had our bedrooms in that house, it was like paneling wall, and there was like this huge bump on one of the walls, like all the way up and down. And we used to joke, like me and my older sister, she didn't live there with me, but we used to joke that there was a body like in the wall, and that's why it was shaped like that. We never opened the wall to check. So, and then they did tear down that house, so who knows? But there was that bump in the wall that was weird. Okay. So I was telling you guys about when me and Steve, when I first saw him before we knew we had feelings for each other and everything. And I said that I remember the moment I saw him and he remembers the moment he first saw me. And it's because when I came in, I was like so excited to meet Jackie and everything. And I saw him in the distance and thought that he was her assistant. He remembers, but I forgot to say this while I was telling the story. I forgot to say him remembering the first time I came in the room was because he said, he was doing his stuff and all of a sudden this huge ball of energy just came in the room and I was like, Jackie, and so excited. And he remembers this like crazy ball of energy. And then because there was 2 Lisas on the retreat that year, they called me Lisa May because May's my middle name. So I went by Lisa May and she went by Lisa. And yeah, so then it was like, I was called Crazy Lisa May. Who would have known that he would date and then marry Crazy Lisa May? That big ball of energy. Then, what else did I forget to tell you guys? Okay, well, when I was telling you about that retreat and the people that were on it and everything else, I was trying to say something and then I lost my train of thought. And it was that it was the first time in my life that I walked into somewhere with other people and I felt like I belonged, which, makes me almost want to cry because when I went on my first retreat, I was like 33. And it was the first time in my life that I felt like I fit somewhere. It was an awesome feeling. And yeah, like my people, like the spiritual weirdos. Okay. First time in my life. Okay. Then I told you guys about my dad when he passed away and how I didn't expect to hear from him right away from the afterlife and everything else. But I forgot to tell you guys the first time that I actually heard from my dad after he passed, I was at a workshop with Jackie and Steve, and it was an angel's workshop, and they bring you through a guided meditation, as I explained to you guys before what they are. And so in my mind, I was doing what they were saying, like I was walking forward and I was going to meet an angel if there was one there that wanted to meet me, blah, blah, blah. So I was walking forward through this sort of like this field. And as I was walking, like minding my business, doing this meditation, focused on what we're doing, I was walking straight and then I look over to my side and I'm like, what? Dad? And I'm like, what the heck are you doing here? So random. So I went up to him and I said, see, told you this stuff is real. And I gave him a hug. So just like me, right? See him in the afterlife and, it's like, see, told you this stuff is real. So that was the first time that I actually had any communication from my dad after he passed away. And I gave him a hug and it was like awesome to see him. And it was really cool because again, it was like unexpected. I was doing something totally different. Again, not expecting to hear from him at all, anytime soon. So yeah, I forgot to tell you guys that, but I also like the cheekiness of me. See, told you this stuff is real. So remember that if, unfortunately, any of you pass away before me, when you get up there, just remember that. I told you this stuff is real. Okay. And then, I told you guys that, like, I finished up part 2 saying that it might not catch me up to everything else, but, one of the most, another significant thing that happened in my ghostly life that was, like, Jackie and Steve do, ghost hunts, but what I really like about their ghost hunts when they do them is it's not just about going into rooms and trying to hear from ghosts and everything else. They have lots of different tools that they use, like, what do you call those things? I should bring those things out because they're all here. That, like, for storage, all the stuff for stuff like that is here, when we're not doing ghost hunts or whatever. But, the dowsing rods, and, pendulums and the temperature guns and things like EMF readers. They have all those things, which is cool because you can take something and you can go with, like, a partner or you don't go by yourself, but like, it doesn't have to be, it could be someone that you went on the ghost hunt with, or you could go with somebody else or whatever. So say I'm there and you come with me to do whatever, then you can practice with these things on your own and try them for yourself instead of somebody else saying, like, oh, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, and you don't have any proof yourself. That's what I love about the ghost hunts. But one of the ghost hunts that we went to, it was called, the Palace, the something. And it was this old, like, building, quite old, especially for the England, right? It's so hundreds of years old. And there was this huge, like, wooden table, and it was big. So there was probably about 12 of us around it. But not only was it big, it was heavy. Like, maybe one of me, like, if it was just me, I could have, like, lifted it a little bit, but I wouldn't have been able to move it across the room. Like, I wouldn't have been able to, like, shimmy it or shift it, really, if I needed to move it to a different spot in the room. It would have taken more than even 2 people to lift it, to move it around, to move it to a different place in the room if you were setting up for something. We were doing, table tipping, or like a seance around the table, and we had, like, our fingers and thumbs together, just making a circle with the energy. So the more people you have, the more energy there is, obviously, right? Have you ever been at a concert or, like, even a play or anything with an audience? Like, the energy that is there is so much more than if there's only, like, 5 people there, right? So when we were doing this, and I've done this before, we've done where, you get the circle going, the energy flowing and everything else, and you can get more from the spirit world because there's more energy that they can use to communicate and everything else. Fine. So we can get, like, connect with spirit in our third eye or whatever. But this time the table, like, it was actually table tipping, where the table started lifting and, like, going sideways, and you try not to break the circle, right? So you're still trying to keep your fingers together and everything else, and you're going with the table, and the table, like, lifted, like, not, like, say, a foot off the ground, and it was, like, kind of on an angle, and then it, like, moved to, like, a few feet away in the same room, and, like, it was the coolest experience ever, because you don't have to prove to me that spirits are real. I already know that they're real, and I know that things like this can happen, but it's always, even for the most experienced people in this world, when you have solid, like, evidence, it is still the best thing. So for me, like, I'm not a skeptic, but still, knowing how heavy that table was or is, for anybody to move it, even if there was 12 of us, we all had our hands on top. There is no way to mess with that tip. Plus, this isn't like a place where, they always do their ghost hunts here, so they have all these tricks and things set up or anything. It's not even like that. They've done ghost hunts there before, and that has never happened to that extreme for them at all. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. So I wanted to tell you guys that, because I forgot to tell you guys about that, and that is a big thing that happened. And I think that's the end of my list. So, table tipping. Yep, that is the end of my list. So what else did I want to talk to you guys about today? Halloween is coming up, and I told Steve, I said, like, something about, it's almost Halloween, and he said, I don't care. So even though he's my spiritual teacher and he's into spirits and all that stuff, he doesn't really care about the Halloween of it all, right? But I do, as you can tell by the decorations. I want to get the decorations finished. I have a lot of them up and stuff, but I want to finish my Ottoman Halloween decorations, which, like I said, I am almost finished. I could be done like tomorrow if I actually put my mind to it, or just put what I haven't put up, just put it away so that it's clean and organized. But I'm having surgery this week on Friday on my wrist, and I'm getting my right wrist done first for a carpal tunnel. My right hand is my dominant hand, so I want to get everything done before that happens so that I don't have to do anything else really so I'm going to see how my, like I said, next Sunday it's going to be crafting, and the Sunday after that it's going to be the food type Halloween treats and stuff, and we'll see how well I do. I'm going to try and have somebody, one of the kids or somebody to help me in case I'm not able to do it, but we'll know after Friday like how my surgery goes to see how much I can do. I don't want to push it, right? I need it to heal, so I'm not going to push it with my right hand, but I do try to be ambidextrous, and I'll see what things I need to do ahead of time or get one of my little volunteers to help me. So, stick my finger, goes. So we're only at 25 minutes. Steve's gone out for cards. I am, like I said, I'm looking forward to sleeping. Just tired. I don't know why. Actually, we slept in today, so I'm probably tired from oversleeping, but it is what it is. It just seems like, I don't know, today's just an off day. I'm just moving slowly, but I'm still getting things done. And so mostly my focus today was this. I did look at some of the crafting things and thought about doing them today, but I want to plan them better. So I looked at how many Sundays there were before Halloween, and I think Halloween was like on a Thursday or something. It's later in the week. So the last Sunday we have is the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30, 31. So is that, if the 27th is a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. So I think Halloween is on a Thursday. So yeah, 3 Sundays for me to do different things before that time. Have you guys got plans for Halloween? Do you even care about Halloween? Do you have young kids who are excited about Halloween? Do you know what costumes you have? Are you like going to any fancy dress parties, or, for adults or for kids? I have my birthday coming up too, and I wanted to do a potion party. So I put it out there and I said, I know I'm turning 46 and not 6, but how many people would want to do a potion party? And it's like mixing things, and just like, it is for kids, but I thought it would be really fun. And I had ideas about making it more adult-like. I'm sure if I told you guys it was mixology with different alcohol and different things like that and cool drinks like that, then I could probably interest adults, but I'm not really a drinker. And even if I was to drink, it would only be 1 or 2 drinks, and that would be plenty for me. So anyways, it's funny because the people who were interested were my friends like from Canada who can't be here, and I didn't really get any interest from here. So I haven't planned anything for my birthday the whole 10 years I've lived here. Speaking of which, so Friday was 4 years, like the 4th of October is 4 years since I started doing my lives, these rambling hours. But October 4th is also 10 years from when we left Canada, me and the 3 girls. And October 5th is 10 years since we've arrived and lived here. So yeah, 10 years, like on Saturday, since we've been here. So in the 10 years, like I said, I haven't planned anything for my birthday, to have friends. I haven't even, besides like the family dinners that we do for everybody's birthday here, I haven't planned anything to go out for my birthday, to dinner, to do anything. So I just thought maybe I would plan something for my birthday. I might still do it, but it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I thought about what I wanted to do for my birthday, or what I thought would be fun. And it's not fun to do it by myself. But if nobody wants to do that, it's like, well, I don't want to just have everybody get together and drink lots and, get sloshed because that's what people do, because that's not who I am. And how fun is that for me when everyone's drunk and I'm just like, yay, I'm glad you guys had fun on my birthday. Bye. So I don't know. I like eating. So maybe I'll plan something to go out to eat. I don't know. Otherwise, I'll just do the same thing I do every birthday, get together with the family, have cake and presents and everything else. So who knows? But I'm still going to enjoy Halloween. And if I have to have a potion party by myself, if I have to be a solitary witch, then I will. So, painting classes, we're going to see how those go. This week is my last painting class before I have surgery on my wrist. I'm still going to go to my painting classes for the rest of the month as well, but I'll use my left hand because I'll still learn techniques, and I'll see how well I do with being ambidextrous, like painting with my left hand or maybe painting with my mouth. You know, those people who have injuries or amputees who lose their limbs and have to learn to do it with different extremities, or maybe my feet, paint with my feet. I don't know. But I can still learn the techniques and try them out, even if I don't have use of my right hand. Like I said, even if I'm able to do stuff with my right hand after surgery, I don't want to, because I want it to be able to rest so that it heals properly and I don't have any issues with it. And then we'll see how that one does, and then we'll decide when to do this one. But I'm trying to think what else is up in October. So Thursday is our son Thomas's birthday. He will be 23, and then like 11 days later is my birthday. And then we go into November before we have like our son Owen's birthday. So Halloween. Yeah, we don't have young kids anymore, so we don't get trick-or-treaters to our door because of the way that our house is located. And I guess even if we did have a small holding, like an acreage, a farm or whatever, we wouldn't really get people at our house for that either. So I gotta kind of accept that I probably won't be handing out candy. But I remember like my auntie lived in an apartment. She didn't really, so she would always, when we were little especially, she would come over to my parents' house and she would hand out candy while my parents took us out trick-or-treating before we were old enough to go by ourselves. So maybe that's something I could do is people who have young kids and want to go out trick-or-treating, or they have a party that night or something, but they still want to hand out candy at their door. It's not as big here as it is in Canada. So it is getting bigger, but I don't know. But it doesn't mean that my love for it isn't still big. So I can still love Halloween. I hope my hair isn't over the microphone and I hope it's working well. I wonder, when I listen back to this to see how the sound was, because actually there is 2 of these microphones, so I should have tested it out when Samantha was here, but that's okay. We can do that another time. I'm excited to do the crafts. The thing about, I like doing the crafts and the snacks and stuff like that, because I like to see if these simple things that we see online are as simple as they make it look like they are, for Christmas and Easter and all those things, because sometimes they make these things look simple and easy with the kids or whatever, and then you try and do them and they're not. So if we can do them within the hour, do a few different ones, and even if they turn out half arse, then you know that they're probably going to be good if you have more time to devote to them and do them, like, in a slower paced environment instead of me just trying to hurry through something to see the results. A few years ago, like I've been wanting for a few years, I showed you guys a couple weeks ago, a few years I've wanted that baking pan that had the skull faces, and it was just too expensive. I just didn't want to splurge for it, but it went on sale a little bit this past year, so I actually finally bought it. So there is different, like you can do cakes with that and you can do pizzas with that, so I might try and do those sometime. I would say this week, but if I don't get them this week, like sometime, and then I'll have them close to the Sunday so I can show you guys what I've made, if not making something on my rambling hour. But yeah, that's exciting if I do some cakes or those pizza things. I love pizza. I love food. So I went out, like Samantha said, me and her went out for lunch this past week for her birthday. And then yesterday, me and Steve went out. Well, I went out with the ladies for lunch for our friend Jackie's 50th birthday. And then the guys got together with us afterwards. So that was nice to get out of the house for a change. And there was something, the other thing was, not CrimeCon. That was 2 weeks ago or something. And then last weekend we did the Paracon. So it's almost like I have a life. It's pretty cool. But sometimes I just want to be at home as well. I don't want to overwhelm myself with like going out once every week. Just kidding. I have painting classes every week, so I do go out. Plus grocery shopping, which I don't enjoy, but it's still getting out of the house. The garden is slowly getting done. I did get a little bit of time in the garden this week. So I need to get it winter ready now. I've been looking at the forecast, and then again, because I'm having surgery on my wrist, I'm going to try this week before my surgery to there's not a lot to do, but the plants that need to go in for the winter, I'm going to try and get them either close to the door of the guest house or the greenhouse, or just put them right in there so I don't have to carry anything. As long as I can carry them with one hand. But if I just get it done, then it's done and I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to try and get that done this week as well. So, and then like next Sunday, you guys will see me after my surgery on my wrist, and I'll just, like I said, take it easy. And I want to try and get things done now so that whatever I have to do after that, I can have some time just to do nothing or just take it easy. But life is still life. Even normal things like making dinners and doing laundry and, cleaning the house and stuff still have to be done. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not the only one who's had this surgery. Lots of people I know have had it before. So it is what it is. And listening to podcasts, reading books, listening to books on Audible. It's such a great thing to listen to books because I love sitting down and reading books. I do, but I don't allow myself to sit down very often to read the books. So because I'm on the go, there's lots of things that you're doing, say even folding laundry or things that doing dishes, like things that seem like they need to be done, but it's like, what else could I be doing? What else would I enjoy doing right now? Like sitting down and reading a book instead of doing these things. So if you can listen to a book, especially if you listen to like books that are like manuals for things, like even like if they're self-help or whatever, or just learn, like when you're learning things, you can listen to novels and stuff like that and you still learn from them. But you know what I mean? Like books that you can learn from, especially if I've paid for them on Audible or used one of my credits, then I can listen to them over and over so that I'm taking more information away from them each time. And I guess it's kind of like taking a class, right? Because that's what lecturers do, right? They talk when you have a class. Before you do your homework and everything, you get the lecture, the talking, the teaching that way. So it is similar to that. So I think it's great that we have this access to, and that there is such a huge library of Audible books. And it's almost sad when there's one that you wish that somebody would have done that way and you can't get it on Audible. So I just wanted to be grateful for that because I like to be appreciative of the things in life, the little things that we take for granted, even like things like toothpicks, toothbrushes, chopsticks, forks, like things that we don't even, napkins, like toilet paper, things that we don't even realize are a luxury that we haven't always had. And what was it the other day that I was using? And I was like, it's so crazy to think like not too long ago, they didn't even have this. I don't remember what it was, but you get what I'm saying. Like we take so many things for granted, that we just everyday uses. And then we have things like this, like the things that we can do now, even like making mini movies, or like even remember when like video cameras first came out, or how many times I wished when I was taking the bus when I was a kid and stuff, that like in the movies, when you'd watch a movie, there'd be music playing over certain parts. So I thought, how cool would it be if there was like music playing in my life, like out, out the sky or whatever, but not everyone wants to listen to the same music. So I know that Walkmans were a thing, when I was a kid, like cassette Walkmans, but I didn't have one. So, but I just thought how cool it would be to like have music in my ears while I was living my life, like a soundtrack. And then it became like Walkmans, Discmans, like iPods and even our phones or whatever. And you can literally have like headphones in and have music playing while you're walking to the bus stop, while you're doing these things. And it is your own dramatic like thing, like, or like I said, I've said this before, but like the show The Jetsons is based in the future. And one of the things I loved when I was a kid is how, because I've written in a diary since I was 6, but I loved how Judy, is Judy the daughter? Yeah, Judy Jetson. The daughter, anyways, it was like shaped like a heart, and it was called her diary, and it would like float in the, like around, and it would follow her, and she would just talk to it, and it would record her diary entries. So I guess it's like having a handheld tape recorder, which again aren't new. Even the ones that, in the olden days when they would do like police interviews, and they press down the record and play on like an old cassette tape thing. Like, I know it's not like new technology, but again, I didn't have a handheld tape recorder until I was an adult. So the fact that I always wanted it to be able to like just record my diary entries like that, like she did with her die. And now we can not only do it like that, but we can do voice to text. So I can babble like this and it can become writing if I wanted, especially with like carpal tunnel, right? Because that's one of the things that prevents me from writing in my journals as much as I used to. So I just think it's amazing, all these things. And if we live in a free world where we don't have to worry about our safety or our health or other things that are actually important, then we get to we should take the time to appreciate all these things, and we get to enjoy this, this life that we have. And I'm sure I do take lots of things for granted, even when I try not to, but I do try to always be grateful, because I know that life can change in an instant. And like I said, I know it hasn't always been this way. It won't always be this way. It might even be better. I don't know, but I just want to appreciate the things that we do have while we have them, especially because there's lots of people who don't have access to these things. Even doing this rambling hour like this, where my friends and family in Canada and around the world can watch me like this. There's lots of places that don't have, first of all, there's lots of people who couldn't afford to have a phone, internet, let alone access to internet or the electricity to charge a phone, or you know what I mean? So I'm just a very lucky lady, and I don't want to take any of that for granted. So I guess I'll stop babbling on about that. But I think it's important for you guys to do the same thing. Just take inventory of even the little things in life. Having electricity in the house, the fact that I have the lights dimmed right now, but that I can turn them up, that we don't have to go by candlelight or go to sleep when it gets dark outside because there's no light to do our work by. So if I wanted to go paint a picture right now and have bright light, I could just turn on the lights and have bright light. Even if I wanted to read a book, I wouldn't have to do it by candlelight. I could have lights on. I could read a book on an electronic where the light is coming from behind, right? You could think of anything. And what about pencils and pens? That we have writing utensils that work that easily. We don't have to get ink and a quill and, you know what I mean, and dip it in the ink to write, or paper. Access to paper. It's not very long ago that it was hard or expensive to have enough paper to do anything with. What about those places or people who had to take one piece of paper and they'd have to erase everything on it so that they could use the paper again to do their schoolwork? Oh, I could go on and on. So tell me, what are you grateful for in your life? What are the little things that you think people take for granted, but that you think make all the difference in your life? So we have 20 minutes. Sorry, I can hear Aurora talking upstairs. I thought it was the TV, but it's Aurora, because I couldn't remember who else was home. So, oh no, it's Erica, I think, talking to Aurora. Oh, because Erica had a shower. Sorry? Sure, just bring it back. But, oh no, I'll do it later. Never mind. Okay, so 20 minutes we have to ramble. What do you guys want to talk about? Erica's thieving things. Are those ice creams? I thought there was only one left. Oh, right. Okay. No, I don't know what they are. No, I don't want anything. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to have some of my pop, though. It's been sitting here the whole time and I haven't had any of it. It's just the ice is melting, so it's just getting watered down. It has a skull hand on this side. Skeleton hand. A skull hand. A skeleton hand. Love you, darling. Have a good night. Oh, I am not. I should have had a coaster there. This is one of my favorite pieces of furniture that we have, is this telephone bench made out of real wood, and I do not want drinks or anything liquid on it because I don't want to make stains, and I just freaking did it to the thing from having my drink there. I'm an asshole. Not even following my own rules. So, what shall we talk about? What are your interests? Do you like to read? Do you like to craft? Do you like long walks on the beach? Yeah, I would walk on the beach. I like sand in my feet. Lots of people don't like sand, like their feet in the sand. I do. Even my husband does not. But I made sausages for supper and pasta. Some of us had just tomato soup on pasta because that's what they like. And I forgot to tell Erica that there was some there if she wanted some. Instead of pasta sauce, they have tomato soup. But what I really wanted today, and what I made for me and Steve, was pasta with this canned mushroom soup. Very easy. And actually, Aurora made the pasta. So because I had to go pick her up from the train station. So, because she went to her friends for the weekend. So I went and picked her up from the train station. So I said, well, when we get home, you can help me make supper as a favor to me. So she made the pasta, and then I made the sausages, and like I said, just a can of mushroom soup on the pasta, and voila. I put chili peppers on mine and a little bit of mozzarella, and melted it, and then had the sausages and cut them up into pieces. It's almost like meatballs, and that's what I had for my dinner. What did you have for yours? I do have to. Oh, we ate. Like I said, I went out for tea, like an afternoon tea with the ladies yesterday for Jackie's 50th birthday. So afternoon tea is like little sandwiches and little macaroons and desserts, and you can have tea or coffee. I just had pop, but so many desserts, and it was just lovely. But it's not on the menu for eating, so I need to start watching what I'm eating. But that's why I made pasta for dinner today, because once me and Steve go no carbs for a week or two, then we won't be having pasta. So I made the pasta today, and I'm going to enjoy it. I had some before, and I'm going to have some more after I'm done here before I go to sleep. There's some TV shows that I want to catch up on too that I'll probably watch because Steve's not home tonight. So, oh, Carol just came on, and Carol was one of the ladies I was out with yesterday for the birthday, and she said, "Did you enjoy your cake takeaway?" Yes, me and Carol, I have to admit, she took a few, I took a lot more, but because we have kids as well. So little takeaway boxes for all the cakes and stuff that didn't get eaten at the table. I wasn't going to let them go to waste. So yeah, we packaged them up and brought them home. And yes, I did not try the actual, the white, Victoria sponge or whatever it was, the white cake yesterday, but I had a piece this morning for breakfast while I was making Steve's bacon butties, bacon sandwiches. And it was really, really yummy cake, even a day later. So yes, I have. And there's more of that in the fridge. Now I'm thinking about it. Oh, I just want to stuff my face right now. Cause like I said, once I get serious about eating healthy and doing my workouts, then I will be taking it seriously. But until then, there's no reason not to stuff my face. Again, don't want it to go bad. I should probably tell the kids about it too, because otherwise I'll just eat it all myself. So, did you enjoy yours, Carol? Carol didn't even, I don't even know if she took any home for herself necessarily. She was giving it away to her husband and to, friends and stuff. So I don't even know if she took any of it home for herself. This hat is making my head itchy a little bit. So, like I said, this week I just have normal stuff, grocery shopping, painting class, and then surgery on my wrist, Thomas's birthday. What did Steve say is happening this week? I can't remember. Something on Wednesday. Oh, it's just that we watch a TV series called Slow Horses, and it's on, I think it's an Apple original, Amazon original. I think it's an Apple original, something. It's so annoying when they're on different places like that. Anyways, the last episode of this season comes out on Wednesday. That's what it was about Wednesday. Carol says, I had the same with a cuppa. So that means a cup of tea. Cuppa. Yeah. And wasn't it good, Carol? Oh, it was just like what you want in cake. It was soft, and the icing was, it might have been too much icing for someone like Steve. He doesn't like very much icing, but I was happy. It was a stack of icing, but if you eat it properly, sometimes I might take a bite from the bottom and then take a bit of icing. So it was enough balance of icing with cake if you took your bites properly. But yeah, it was good. And now I'm going to have pasta, with sausages again. And, cause the best thing to do at 9 or 10 at night is just eat before you go to sleep. So I'm going to have pasta again, and then I'm going to have a big fat piece of cake for dessert. Mom says, hi, Lisa. Hi, mommy. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And for people like my mom in Alberta and stuff, it is the afternoon. So, but here it is nearly, 9 o'clock. So yeah, almost time for my Betty Buys. I was looking for my phone to check what time it was, because my phone is usually somewhere around, but it's right there. So, what else can I tell you guys about before we go? So this week with the planning for your end of life. Let me set this down, not on the telephone bench because I don't want it to make a water stain. So book, glasses so I can actually read. Get your books out for your end of life planning. And I think we're on question 4 this week. We're going to, like I've said in the past few weeks, we have 33 questions that we've already done, and we've started from 1 again. And this week we're on question 4. If you want the first 3 questions, let me know, and I can send all 33 questions to you. But we're doing it 1 a week so that everybody has time to answer it. If you do a question a week, it's not that hard. It's not that complicated just to answer. So question number 4. Look, I have them written out really nicely. Well, if you call my writing nice. Question number 4. What type of funeral would you like? Example, religious-based, traditional, in brackets, people wearing black, celebration of life, in brackets, people wearing bright colors, or none. Anywhere from traditional to that is my answer. Well, my answer is anywhere from traditional to a celebration of life. Do not mourn my death. Celebrate the time I was blessed to have. Ideally, open coffin if I look acceptable. And flower seeds as a party favor seems appropriate for me. So that's what I want. So what type of funeral do you want, or celebration of life at the end of your life, or maybe nothing? That's question number 4 for the week. And I will post that as well. As I didn't do it yet. On last week's episode, I did put like the song that, like I talked about that my dad, like I feel like my dad sent me from the afterlife, and I posted the link to all the Rescue Mediums episodes on veryparanormal.com. If you go on veryparanormal.com and you go up in the menu on the left-hand corner and go under series, and then it'll have different TV show series. It'll have all the episodes of Rescue Mediums. So I put those links up, but I need to do a little post of the links to, like I said, the haunted houses that I've done in the past, and then the Rambling Hours Halloween specials from the last few years. So I haven't done that yet, so I'm going to do that when I have time. So yes, I guess this is another week done. Next Sunday, as I said, we will be doing crafts for Halloween, simple crafts that people should be able to do with their kids or grandkids, and we will try those out. I'm excited about it. We will do some that are, kid friendly, and some that are cool and creepy, and we'll see what we can do within an hour. All right. So I think that'll be all for today. I hope you guys have a great week and you enjoy the autumn weather, because soon enough it'll be even colder and miserable. So just enjoy the magic of autumn. All right. I love you guys, and we will see you next Sunday for Halloween crafts. Bye. And remember, if you listen to this back, you're not live, you can go on, press on the video, and it'll have like a cog. And if you press that cog, you can go down to the settings, and you can, well, if you think I talk too fast, you can slow me down. But if you think I talk too slow, you can listen to me on double speed. All right. Carol says, night, night, Lisa. Night, Carol. Again, it was great visiting with you last night, Carol, and we should do it again. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.